Okay, the question we all have, do you believe in luck or don't you believe in luck? Well, Amilya Antonetti of Designing Genius tells us that those who do are one way, those who don't are another way. So let's find out which one you are at home and find out which one I am, because Amilya, gosh, this is a hard one. When I was looking at the notes here, I was like going, wow. But I mean, I do believe in luck. I mean, so what's that make me?
Well, it's not that it makes you. You have to understand the mindset, right? So if you believe in luck, you believe that, luck is somehow found, right? Some people are lucky and people are not lucky. You're taking on the victim mentality, right? Because it allows you to say, well, I just wasn't lucky, versus being able to lean into the fact that you actually create luck, right? You change your frequency, you change your mindset, right? You believe that you are in control and that you're ready and prepared. And the more ready and prepared you are, the more lucky situations happen for you. And so it's about getting your mindset, right? That success mindset dialed in so that you're not giving your power away. And that's the whole thing. The premise under now, well, some people are lucky, I'm just not lucky, means that you've given all your power outside of self, which means you're at a low frequency, that you're not up where you need to be in order to attract those opportunities.
Yeah, and we got to mention that we're not talking about the lotto. We're not talking about bingo. We're not talking about Monopoly. We're talking about your business life. We're talking about your personal life, where we hear people say, well, I didn't get the job, but that because I'm out of luck, I have no luck. And that's not the case. It's just that you got to bring yourself up and kind of like say what when you don't get these jobs or get these things that you want.
Right. It's about being able to analyze and say, listen, it's just not this wild card thing called luck that you have or you don't have. There's things that you can do behaviorally to make yourself more lucky, right? And we hear this all the time from successful, business owners' successes. They say, I create my own luck. So the question becomes, how do you create your own luck? And you first have to be able to realize that you are creating that essence. You're creating the frequency and the mindset. You're going to attract more luck. Be ready for those opportunities, right? Believe that those opportunities are going to happen, and surround yourself with a type of language that creates that atmosphere. Right? So when people say, you're lucky, I say, no, I'm prepared. It's not that I'm lucky, I'm prepared. Right? And so the language switch creates the mind shift, which creates the energy. And then all of a sudden, right, you get these more opportunities and appear to be more lucky.
Yeah. And it's funny how people, I will say, kind of like do this to other people. Well, they'll go, well, I'm just lucky. That's why it happens to me, because they don't want that person to have their luck. They're kind of like trying to make them discouraged, when all they need to say is that, like you said, oh no, it's not luck, I prepared. And they go, well, I did too, but how did you prepare? And that's the big part here. And that's what you guys do with Designing Genius, is help them prepare to move their career, move their life forward more. And it's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, because when you're prepared, you're automatically more confident. And when you're more confident, right, you attract a different type of energy and opportunities around you. And from that, then to be able to say, okay, now what do I maximize? Now you're selecting from a abundance of opportunities the ones that you actually want to do. So you start living a life that you want to live versus I have to live, right? It's the old adage of I do what I have to do to get to do what I want to do. Well, how do I get to do what I want to do? And that's by saying, being prepared and developing yourself, that you're always ready, right? Always be ready. And that's the whole thing. That's really underneath luck. It's not found, it's made.
Yeah, and one way is, of course, being prepared. That's reading, and reading this new book that's out right here, which, again, is a great way, because it talks about your inward journey, and that's where it all begins, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so the book is helping you identify, right, what is your genius? A lot of people think, oh, this is an innate in you. And once you can understand what your genius is, the book walks you through how you apply that to every single thing in your life. And you become valuable for every industry, every job opportunity, right? You become a valuable asset. And so the book is going to help you understand what drives value for you. What does that mean to you? What are those boundaries and guidelines that are your minimum standard, so that you go full force, fully prepared in the world that you design for your genius.
I like it. I have to do a couple of name drops here, and this is kind of like for you, because one, Steve Harvey, who we have here on AZTV7 with Family Feud, is one of the people that you've worked with. And what was very interesting, he talks about this, is that he stopped thinking of other people's journey and thought about his, which you guys have told him. Think of your own journey, because where you're at is actually a successful place than where someone else is at. And that's what something you say to look at, right?
All the time, right? People are always trying to live somebody else's life, somebody else's dream. And you got to get really dialed into what is your dream, what is your life. And so, yeah, Steve and lots of our other clients have been through this exact same process. So you're dialed into the bullseye of what matters to you, and also honoring what matters to other people. And that integration point, right, is where brilliance is actually born. And so it's just doing all of the inner work so that you're designing your success journey. And that's what we say, it becomes, right, genius living, designing genius. It's all within you. You don't have to wait for anything to be lucky. It's all within you right now.
Well, Amilya, I feel very lucky to be talking with you. And of course, we feel very lucky for you sharing everything with us. So tell them where they can find the book and more information about Designing Genius.
Just head over to Amazon. It's right on Amazon. It's easily to be found. You can go to designinggenius.com if you want to actually enter into the course, what kind of walks you through so that you're just not there just with the book. Or you can join our community where we actually work every week to be able to help you get through the blockers and the stuck point.
I love it. Amilya, thank you very much for joining us, and you have a great day.
You too. Thank you.